I wonder if it's gonna be any cool stuff. I have a bad habit about every time I go anywhere is looking for wheels. This wheel is actually pretty cool. It's so dark in here, I can't tell if it's a stick or an automatic. Let's just see. Ooh, there's that stuff that I was asking about. Somebody's shirt. I don't want to make no quick trip to the ER because I got one of them get that shot in the hip. Everybody loves barn finds, and I was told of some sitting back there. It's a barn full of Tri-5 Chevys. However, I don't know if it's convertibles, two-door hardtops, two-door posts, the condition that they're in, or how many, or even the year models. But if you're like me, we gotta check them out. Dude, that's an exhaust tip. Dang, out here in the middle of nowhere, and that is an old school exhaust tip because there's the screw, the other screw hole. Well, it's pretty exciting because I've been told about these cars for probably about a year or two now, and it's finally come up and sitting right here. That car right there that I can tell, it's a car people want. And obviously, somebody wanted it because they put it in a barn at some point to save it. I have a bad habit about every time I go anywhere is looking for wheels, and this is why. This wheel is actually pretty cool. And it's stuck because it's got all these big giant pieces of lumber on it. Piece of cable run through it. No, it's just laying on the top. I gotta get this thing out of here and not kill myself. Piece of barbed wire just better hold my backside. Check out that wheel, boys and girls. That's a real deal one. What this tells you, at some point, those cars belong to probably some hot roddy guy, because this is not a standard wheel. Fenton, it's a Fenton wheel. You can tell by the name cast into it there. This is one of them ones, probably, what year y'all think? Late 60s, early 70s for sure. That's one of the custom wheels from back in the day, one of the early ones. Yep, this isn't a normal piece. It's just a junky old barn. I would love to have this wheel cleaned up, put a different tire on it, hang this dude up in the shop, or just have it sitting around. I know, I may be odd, but again, somebody saved it because they knew it was something. Be cool if you found two of these. I wonder if this was on a 57 somewhere. Somebody was out raising Cain in. Probably so. It'd be pretty cool to have at the shop though. First glance, we got a 55 Chevy and a 57 Chevy and some kind of like MG car that the roof is fell in on. Now this thing, I've got to check it out. Now obviously it's a 4-door. Jeez Louise. Can't tell, it's so dark in here, I can't tell if it's a stick or an automatic. It looks like it's an automatic car. It's a Bel Air. It smells like an old one. Man, it's kind of cool to just check it out. The dash in this thing is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wonder how long it's been since that door has opened up. The roof is a heck of a scary situation. I gotta pop a hood. I'm really curious. Don't have the V8 badges on the back. Have you ever thought about why these cars are here? Man, that is a really, 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 really nice hood. I don't want to screw nothing up. Come on. Six banger. Somebody's shirt. That's kind of gross. Sitting in here looking at it. Somebody's tried to fool with it some. Distributor cap's missing or off of it. Look how old that dude is. Like spider webs and junk hanging out of it. It's a jug, it's all broken. I bet somebody was trying to get it fired up. I'm just curious if it'll twist. Ooh, ah. Curious if the motor's locked up. Man, she's stuck. Whew. Give myself an aneurysm. That's pretty cool. This old car's got power steering on it. It's got a power steering pump connected to the back of the generator. That's the old cap off of it. What made me go see it was here on the under that hood hinge there is a reservoir tank. And at first I was like, what's that do? Well, heck, I don't know what. At first I thought that was, I don't know what that's for. It may be a vacuum pod thing. I don't know. You guys have to let me know about that. Because it's a run over here. I bet that thing was. I bet it had power brakes on it. But it has power steering. That's an oddity. Yeah, I know it's a 4-door. Everybody's going to be like, it's a stupid 4-door. It's that. You know, have you ever heard the saying, they all can't be 11s? Well, they all can't be 2-door hardtops. I wonder what it's going to be in here. I wonder if it's going to be any cool stuff. Let's just see. Nothing. Say nothing. Huh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Pontiac. Wonder where that Pontiac is. Kind of never know. Got the garnish moldings. Ooh, there's that stuff that I was asking about. Now these old junky, crusty door panels. That door panel's not for, yeah, it is. Threw me for a loop. This is what I was talking about. These pieces are worth a little bit of some coins. Them I don't think are. That's from the doors. But this piece, no, maybe it is that one. I think. Is that the side spear or that's the front fender spear? That's the side spear. Doggone it. I thought I'd found something. Dadgummit. These are the pieces. Right? Maybe? No. These are the fender pieces. Hot darn. Right? Or am I wrong? Those are the fender pieces. Yes, sir. For those people who's like, oh, it's a dumb 4-door. These dumb 4-doors still have the same fender trim and door trim that a 2-door post, 2-door hardtop convertible has. And yeah, I know. It's just a junky old car. But these polished up are a whole lot nicer than a lot of that aftermarket stuff that you buy. Are these the pieces? I think these go there, yeah. I mean, these ain't worth a whole lot, but what's funny is there's guys I know that still use this 4-door trim on a 2-door. If you don't have any, this is better than nothing. You know what I mean. Yeah. still got it. That's that piece and that's this piece. That's pretty cool. Oh gosh. Could have died. I gotta take this out. I want to see what the trunk fan's like. Dang. Just looking up here in that creek of that tin made me look at the... Somebody like to have that trunk lid. Thought that might have been the license plate. We might as well stop. I didn't even pay any attention to that right there. That's a giant gaping hole. So big you can see the frame. I wonder if there's any other cool stuff over here. And just leaves and a jackfoot. Y'all ever met a jackfoot? I know a couple. And this is early on. We ain't even made our way all the way through the barn yet. It'd be kind of neat. We find a big old Pontiac laying around up here. If you turn that away, you will notice the inspection of these is going to be a little bit difficult. Whew. It's a 6-volt battery. Holy cow. Their engine parts. There's a little bitty radiator. Speedometer's half chunked out of this thing. It'd be a heck of a note to get out here and get tangled up. You couldn't get out. Next thing you know, days have went by. And they'll make a movie about you. Not a movie, maybe a TV show. I've been in a few of those. This stuff has been here for a minute. There's a bunch of white junk everywhere. That's probably remnants of some bird. I don't want to make no quick trip to the ER because I got one of them get that shot in the hip. Oh baby, oh baby. That changed the way you look at things. Oh gracious. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. If you guys ever been in one of them safety courses like I was when I worked for that corporate company, when they were telling us how to put a car on a lift, one of the things you were supposed to do is pull the car up and then give the car a good hoo-ha, which, you know, shake it, see if it's stable. We're good to go. I'm gonna climb up in here and try to get to the engine side of this thing. Fold it up. This is one of the moments when you get in here and you were staring down the eyes of a critter. What would you do? I tell you, one thing that's kind of cool is I just slid off in here to look in the engine bay to see what was here, and there's nothing. It is a stick shift car, but what's cool, get my phone out of here, is the radiator support. It's got high performance stickers on it. Excel spark plugs and Edelbrock manifolds. That's kind of cool. Pretty dark off in here. You can tell by the steering column, it's got the linkages, so this thing obviously was a stick because there's two of them. And I know it's pretty dark. But I really wanted to see what kind of engine and all was in here. I don't know if y'all know what that is. But that's a vacuum. Saying it sucks. Whew. Yeah, I've seen basically all I need to see up here. Oh yeah, so what'd you do today, Tom? Had a little workout. My mama's gonna be pissed. I done got my church going blue jeans muddy. I'm gonna have to tell her I'm sorry. All right. We gotta go back over there. We gotta see if we can see more of his 57. It's a 57 Chevy. You gotta see more of a 57 Chevy. Whew. That piece of tin makes me nervous. For obviously some pretty good reasons. Would y'all dig these things out? What are they worth? They've been in here for so long. The roof's falling in. This, now I think about it, this little MG had a license plate on it. I want to see what that tag is on it. Check that 57 to see if it's got a license plate on it. That doesn't necessarily tell you exactly how long they've been in here, but it can tell you the last time they were registered. So, ouch. 1986, August of 86. That's been a minute. That has definitely been a minute. 47, that's Huntsville. That car come out of Huntsville, Alabama. I gotta check his 57 out more. There's another grill insert, and that's the gold one. What does the gold one mean? They made these in 2 colors. Can you guess? Dolly. Now we're talking. There's some of the goodies. Torque converter, that's not right. I'm always amazed when you're digging in the trunk of one of these old cars at the stuff that people save. Like that piece I just had. That looks like that's out of like a chair. You know, it'd be at the bottom, one of the braces. They said, oh, we need to save it. Joyce is going to be mad if I don't fix her chair. Or it could be Mama's rocking chair. Huh. I always find this stuff cool. Iconic 57 Chevy hood ornament. It's the one that goes on the side. It's the rocket. Now, this isn't the only one it had. They had one that was like on the 150 car that didn't have the rocket. It was like a delete in here. That stuff's pretty neat. Interior, exterior, Family Dollar black paint. And it's got a mouse is eating the cap off of it. I don't work. You ever wanted to see on the inside what that little thing looks like? That's what it looks like. That's the rattler of a rattle can. I wonder if that's glass. I don't like plastic. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna keep that. The horn button. Bunch of trim. Okay, there's nothing really super exciting. This trunk lid's bad though. This one's kind of junky. I'm gonna make my way up there. Oh, this was a V8 car. I can tell that. A few of you guys may have already noticed. It's because 57 Chevys has this iconic fin on it. And they have 2 different pieces of trim. They have a short, which is a 6-owner car, and then a long one that goes all the way up to the back window. And this one has the long one. Another thing that's really cool about this era car to me is where you put gas in it. This little thing here opens up. That's your door. That's just killer. Oh yeah, that's safe. Totally fine. Yikes. Ooh, yeah. Made it. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad. Oh man, the door's locked up. I almost Judy chopped that right then. But as I was drawing back to do it, I kind of had this vision of like the house of cards tumbling. And let's just say I said, let's hold off on that. Jeez Louise. This is hecka sketchy. Got more of that fender trim in there. Yep. Oh, there's actual two-door garnish moldings in this thing. There may be a two-door laying around here. Some of you guys may be like, I don't believe you. Can't call me a liar. See? That goes around the back window on the inside of the passenger side. There's a couple of them. So this could be the parts car to that one. So we're going to definitely explore more of the barn. Just curious, I wanted to get up here. This car's got Monte Carlo wheels on the front. I noticed that on the other side. That's like 74, 5, 6, 7, something like that, Monte Carlo wheels. So this car at some point was on the road or had those installed. Also with the fender here, it's got black paint under it. The back of the car looks like it was a different color too. Almost looks like pink or salmon colored. Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was that unique red color of this era. My wonderful wife had mentioned coming up here, and she was like, I'll go if you want me to. And I was like, yeah, I'd kind of like for you to. Right now, she would have lost her mind if I would have pulled this thing out of here and flipped that old leather belt up there. I could say she's probably would have divorced me. Because when you just look at that thing at first glance, you don't really know what it is. But with it laid up there, tossing around, flopping around like that, that stuff right there cause you to hurt yourself. Or get divorced if you throw it to your wife and all of a sudden she just, you know, she's gonna watch this video and I will strategically try to take a photo of the look she gives me in that moment. I love that lady. Guys, I want y'all to tell me something. What is this thing? It's a giant hook. With another giant hook. And a big old end. Whatever it was, somebody was doing some serious something. Even this thing being as crummy and the barn falling on it like it is, I still want it. I'd still like to have this thing out at the shop. Because in all reality, it don't look like it's that bad a shape. I've seen a whole lot worse. And sometimes y'all know just a quick bath will go a long way. Yeah, I should have thought this through a little better. Well, no cool cars, but you never know what may be still here. It's kind of one of them, you just kind of got to look around. You know, this toolbox is was somebody's sometime. They did a lot with this thing. This ain't car parts. This is for spearing tobacco. When you chop tobacco, you put a stalk in the ground, kind of like this. You cram that dude on there, and you take that stalk, and that pierces it. I worked tobacco for a couple of years as a kid. That's kind of like hauling hay. You think you're making all the money? And I made some money. I ain't gonna lie, I made some. That is a specific wrench. Another chisel. Man, this dude doing some work. Sitting here thinking, looking through all this barn. It was pretty neat to see all them old cars. Didn't find anything cool in this big side. But you know, seeing them old Spears was interesting for the day. Wasn't something I wouldn't have bet on saying, you're gonna see that. But that jogged my memory of the good old days. Working my butt off to earn a little money and hanging out with some friends, having some good times. Yeah. That was kind of a neat little jog down memory lane. Yep, that was kind of fun. There's one thing that's cool about these old ones. It's the personality that General Motors did. Like you look at the dash bezel in this car, and it has a pattern to it. But the pattern is actually little bitty Chevy emblems. And there are thousands of them in this panel. I don't know if it was for brand recognition or if it was planting the seed for you to think, oh, that's a Chevy, that's what kind of car I gotta have. You know, kid would see that and then think, oh, I gotta get a car like mama had or daddy had, because what kind of car? Oh, that emblem, that's good. I don't know. It's like trying to describe cool. That's just pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Be kind of neat if this old car could tell a story too. I wonder what it would say. Never know. She's a nice one.